Hi, you guys. Welcome to this podcast where I show you solutions to help you be time wise and how to get there. So, if you have a dream you want to reach and want to get there faster, perhaps you want to know how to catapult your joy, your focus, and what you get done. So, as I say, let's skip to the good part. This is season two. Thanks for following, and remember to follow for more updates. Today's topic is live long and prosper. Who doesn't want to do that? So let's introduce the two people you see on today or here on today. Who am I? I am Christy. I'm a certified efficiency expert and a black belt within Lean Six Sigma. I've worked in big professional companies and I'm also a mom of four small kids. And today's guest is Angelina Kardash. She's a wellness thriver. Earlier, she was a Silicon executive, and she now turned into this bundle of knowledge and wisdom. And she has an amazing story. Welcome to you, Angelina.
What an introduction. Thank you, Christy Cruz, for having me on your podcast. Yeah, I'm excited to be here with you.
Can you? Yeah, we've met in very areas of good mentorships. And I've been onto one of your challenges. You know so much about your body and thriving. Can you tell me, how did you end up doing this amazing stuff you do?
I just love your energy. Thanks for asking that question. Yeah, may I start a little bit with my story for
Yeah,
those
yeah.
who just
Come
don't
on.
know me? Yeah. So I've spent over 20 years in Silicon Valley in all those IT executive jobs. So I was in a different career. I was someone who was in charge of like a big departments, and I was responsible for clouds and data centers and products, and even information security and cybersecurity. So I had a tech job. But while like my job was truly exciting and I met so many people and I had great teams, my health really got on a way of going to very downside, and that affected like my life, and of course my like a job, like productivity and everything that I was, because I was going through the immense stress and burnout. And
Yeah.
then I was diagnosed at some point with fibromyalgia, which later I understood it just basically one word for the myriad of like 1001 different symptoms. And your doctors, when they don't know what to do with you, so they tell you, oh, you have fibromyalgia. So I was diagnosed by the Stanford doctor, conventional medicine. He put me on all those different medications, antidepressants. My symptoms just got worse. I mean, just to talk about, I mean, I've experienced headaches and migraines, which my doctor told me it's just my genes that I basically adopted from my father, who experienced migraines. And then I had so many different GI problems. I was bloated all the time. I couldn't lose any weight, and I was working in the gym for like 5 days a week. I was even doing the bodybuilding stuff, all that. So it didn't help me to do anything with my weight. So struggled a lot. And when I was like 42, just fast forward, I gave a birth to my youngest daughter, and oh my gosh, became a new mom. It was so exciting. And then boom, I was diagnosed with incurable liver autoimmune disease. And my conventional doctor told me, even with the treatment, I may need a liver transplant in, like a 5 to 7 years. So imagine me just that day. My daughter is 2 months old, and like I was giving this diagnosis, my life just fallen apart just in 1 second of a time, and especially without not having any hope. So yes, I mean, like, you will need a liver transplant. We need to put your medication. I was so afraid of the medication because I just I all my life, I mean, for all those years I was taking medications, and they just made me worse. So the long story being short, fast forward 8 years to now. I mean, I researched a lot, like a coach who's best in the industry, like even got to the holistic school, and I fully recovered. I call myself a wellness thriver. So I fully recovered. I'm 50 years old now. So I just, feel amazing in my own body. So that's my story. So that what got me into this path of, research and just learning and like going through my own experience. And finally, at some point, like almost 5 years ago, I decided to leave my corporate job and um, just to start my own company. And I actually help people to reclaim their health, and I'm very passionate about anti-aging. So I'm teaching people and helping people how they can be called the vital, I call it the vital ageless you, so you can thrive, so you can not just live a long life, but you can live like a healthy and vital life, full of energy, full of vitality. So you wake up every morning, right? And ready for all those things in your life. It doesn't matter what's happening in your life, because your health is basically your wealth. And when you have this energy and vitality and you look good and you look at yourself in the mirror and you see this like vital celebrity person looking at you back, and you're just, wow, I don't believe this is me. I mean, let's get this done. And your productivity, like
Yeah.
doubles when you have the health and wellness under control. So this is why my mission is just, to help women and also men, to get to the state and they become the CEO of their own health. So that's my mission.
Yeah. And people who are listening to this, can you hear the energy? And also imagine what Angelina was before, doing a great job, but fatigued, tired, something was wrong. And it's the worst thing, being diagnosed with something and it's not the real cause. I love the way you focus. It's almost like I've been in tech jobs, finding out the root cause. What is it that is the root cause of why you are feeling like it? And could you find a new solution? Because sometimes, I know women, I've worked with a lot of women who's, oh, I'm tired. It must be due to kids. No, it could be a lot of different causes. And there are solutions to it. You know a bit of my story about me. I couldn't have had 4 babies in my 40s if I didn't go into research on how to get healthy body and mind and getting the energy. So I really love it. Yeah. Do you have any key insights? Because we could talk for many days about this subject. I know you have so much knowledge, but what can people listening to us, what can they actually do? What is the big thing they could start with?
Great question, Christy Cruz. And by the way, I admire and I love your story. We had those conversation with Christy, for many hours, and I know like her story and what she went through. And just, I mean, she's doing this. I mean, she's doing all this stuff that, like I'm teaching. And it's not just my story. I mean, I meet people like Christy, on my journey every single day. I mean, those are my clients that come to me. And again, we had to believe, a lot of people, I mean, like many people believe actually these days that, the feeling of fatigue, the feeling of brain fog, like a struggling to have a clear mind, struggling to, struggling with memories, right? So with memory loss, um, struggling, even with the weight loss. A lot of people just, experience weight loss plateau, right? So, have this stubborn fat that they cannot lose, and they've tried, I mean, everything and all those, workout. And by the way, I mean, this fatigue, they think that this is just basically a cycle of aging. So yeah, so I'm kind of getting older, I'm getting to my 50s, maybe to my 60s, maybe to my, even, like late 40s, and that's normal. What if I tell you this is not normal? This is not the sign of aging. Okay, it is, but if you know how to basically read all your symptoms, if you know what to do, you can reverse that. And you need to listen to your body. And if you have a migraine, understand that that migraine is actually tells you that something wrong is your body. When you take a medication, you just put a band-aid. So it's not solving your root cause of your problem. And basically, so what I'm getting to is, like in you know that we have cells, right? So I
Yeah.
always teach about cells. So they're like a tiny little organisms living in particles, I mean like units in our body. And cells perform so many different functions, right? And cell also produce the ATP. Okay, ATP just molecule of adenosine triphosphate, and this is what gives us energy. That what gives us energy. So if our mitochondria is healthy, so it will produce a lot of energy. If you have a lot of mitochondria, okay. But once we become to age, so our cells age, right? So and they age due to so many different factors, like that, due to what we eat, due to what we put in our mouth, due to like not having enough nutrients and and all those vitamins and all different elements, right? So that nurture our body, not having enough oxygen. Our cells age from getting toxins, from food, from the environment. So there are so many, the sugar, that it's another right thing that getting us age. And by the way, like how I always talk about like that, this biochemical process that happening in our body when we consume sugar, it's called glycation, right? And it's basically the same as aging. So imagine you put the chicken in the oven, it's browning. So the same thing happens in your body when you consume sugar, and sugar can come in many different forms, not just so you consume actually real sugar, right? So there is different, like molecules
You
of
are so
sugar.
right. So many things affect us. And people are saying it's not just about eating habits, it's about how we sleep, how we train. It could be grief, it could be burnout symptoms, overwhelm. A lot of things affect. And
Yeah.
for you guys listening, when I first met Angelina, I have been through things from other people. So when I heard her speak, it was, oh, this is not the first time I'm listening to this. So there must be some truth in it. So it's good to hear more people learning about it because yes, we both have a lot of energy, but we both do relaxation. We can talk slow, but we are both in our good ages and we are still full of energy because of what we have done.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And exactly. So there are so many things that affect that, right? So, and the first thing that our body start to experience when we experience all those symptoms, it goes into metabolic disorder, metabolic dysfunction. Okay. What
Yeah.
is metabolic dysfunction? It's when like, and there are five metrics that, I mean, we can actually get on our like yearly checkup report, right? So
Yeah.
that relates basically to, your fasting blood sugar. So it's A1C, it's fasting, and it's your fasting glucose, and it's your blood pressure, and it's your weight measurements, right? So all of that related to your metabolic dysfunction. So metabolic dysfunction, this is very important. Your fatigue, you're not having a clear, good memory, your tiredness, your weight gain, your hormone disbalance, it all starts at the metabolic dysfunction level. I mean, there is no
At the
other reason.
smallest level. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the first stage. This is the first stage. And from that, actually, all diseases, where it's a neurological diseases, where it's a chronic disease, they all goes back to metabolic dysfunction. So this is why we need to really be aware of all those symptoms that we are experiencing, right? And not just, close our eyes. Okay, so I'll take a pill and it will go away. No, the body gives you signs that something is wrong with you, right? So, and this metabolic dysfunction, again, I just want to go back. I mean, stress, right? Stress, toxins, food and toxins, it's a big topic, right? So, like, we have this bucket in your body that basically fills in with toxins from the environment, like from the food, from the beauty supplies, from everything, drop by drop every day. And when it's overflown, you start to get cellular inflammation. Okay. And cellular inflammation, oxidative stress, that's like in other things. So when you go through the through the metabolic dysfunction, and your mitochondria stop producing ATP. You also create like oxidative stress, in your body. It's like a fire in a forest, right?
Yeah.
And
And,
it's
when
also,
I have four small kids, and something about what you put on your skin is the
oh
perfume,
yeah.
is what stuff is in both the food and the stuff you put on your, it could be clothing, what washing detergent you use. There's so many factors. I love you use the words, the small part of our body, the small cells. And yes, you talk like you know so much about this. But for people listening, it's about not just watching the end result, headache, fatigue. It's about getting back to what is causing all of this. I love you start at the root.
Yes, yes, you actually nailed it, Christy. It goes down to the cellular level. So, like I say, you want to feel well, fix your cells. Fix your cells. Once you fix your cells, once you fix the mitochondria, right? So once the mitochondria start to produce enough ATP, this is a good energy because your body right now have bad energy. Again, all the problems, any issues in your body, we can tackle it down to the cellular level, and this is the root cause. So again, get your cells, under control, fix your cells, and you will fix everything in your body. So that's how it works. And again, I'm not just telling you that this is scientific. This is scientific research. You can search it out, you can Google it. There's a clinical research. This is a science that it takes us back to addressing the root cause. And we live in such a like a time when the industry around us, so the food industry, the healthcare system that I call sick care system, like as
Yeah.
opposed to the healthcare, they make money on basically giving us another medic. They all profit from our sickness. So instead of giving us the answers to the root cause and what we can do to fix our body, they just make us more sick. And again, finally they start talking, and I'm getting so angry at this system, how they, and this is the worst system here in States. I know you live in Europe, it's better where you guys live. Here is the most basically corrupted system, but even in Europe it's very much corrupted as well. The food
Yeah, but I
industry.
think no matter where you live, it could be all around the world.
Yes.
Many people I've met don't know enough. So it's about grasping out to find those good scientific input. It's not mumbo jumbo, this one. It's about how does a body work? And when I meet people, I've met a lot in my journey about cannot be done. Okay, perhaps I can't do everything, but how can I improve? Because there is no, it is too late to do improvement on your health. There was a saying about when is the best time to plant a tree? Yeah, it was 70 years ago. But the next best time is to plant it now. So instead of saying, oh, I should have stopped smoking, I should have eaten better, I should have. But what can you do now? But you can improve. And when you improve stuff, it goes into your body. And then you get the more smiley face because you improve your health and get more energy. And that is the result I thrive at. So I love the word, you are a wellness thriver.
And what you just addressed, Christy, it's super important. And this is just the first step to make a decision. Make a decision. Don't procrastinate with start getting attention to what's happening inside of your body, because the more you wait, the harder it's going to be to fix. But we have this amazing ability to fix everything in our body because there is a science, and it's basically it's because of the epigenetics. So we're not just we're not just giving our genes. We have something as epigenome that sits on top of our DNA that actually can change based on the environment, the lifestyle that you lead with your life, right? So it can change the expression of your genes, and that can turn turn off bad genes and turn on good genes. So even if your parents, have those diseases, it doesn't matter that you're going to have the same diseases. No, you can change your destiny. So this is why it's so powerful just to understand that genes are only 10%, 90% it's your lifestyle. As I say, we don't adopt genes from our parents, we adopt the lifestyle. So, and by doing it now, by making this decision today, that okay, I'm starting to listening, I'm starting to listen to my body, I'm
Yeah.
starting to understand what's happening, I'm gonna start fixing those things very fast. I mean, I see it happening like within like 30 to 60 days. I mean, people have go through the amazing transformation to get like they lose like 20 plus pounds of weight. They just get so much energy, they become this like energizers, right? So and everything, everything changes. So we have this part, but this is the first step, just to decide for yourself. And as my mentor used to say, procrastination is just, it's an assassination of your destination, and I say procrastination is the assassination of your vitality. So that's exactly so.
But you're so right. And yeah, how can we improve how we feel? Because if you out there feel fatigue or not the perfect, it's switch the thing to, instead of thinking it can't be changed, think, how can I change it?
Can
Where
I give
can I
just one
find
tip?
hope? Yeah,
Can I give so, because we're talking about energy,
yeah,
and I love giving those little tips. So as I said, like glycation, and it's basically your sugar, it's blood
yeah,
sugar spikes.
yeah.
Even if your like a conventional blood test goes normal, but once you start tracking, how, and for that, I mean, I talk about this special tag that you can wear on your body to monitor your blood sugar spikes. But blood sugar spikes, just to know, that's one huge reason that we're feeling fatigued. So um just one simple tip to how to flatten our blood glucose spikes, because once you do that, you actually slow down the aging process, right? Because again, I mean, like those big glucose spikes, it equals to your aging, the glycation and aging process. So we need
Yeah,
to
and
flatten.
glucose is about the sugar intake, to use another
Yeah,
word.
sugar intake. So and actually the sugar, instead of converting into fat, right? So and this is why we need to flatten that. So the first thing, think about your breakfast, think about what you eat. And like, I know a lot of people who thinks that, okay, I'm gonna eat, they think that they eat healthy, but this is why the education needs to happen. Like, how many people out there think that having like oatmeal, it's healthy with some juice in the morning? What if I tell you that having just oatmeal with a fruit juice is gonna spike you up like crazy, right? And
So
you're
many
also
people
gonna
don't
feel.
know that. They see commercials about it. Oatmeal is healthy. It's the old-fashioned way, but it
Yes.
affects our system.
Yes, yes, yes. On top of all the additives and all the chemicals, right? And all the all the stuff that's in this processed food. But just
Yeah.
let's even if just oatmeal, right? So the oatmeal will spike you up. So have a savory breakfast in the morning, savory breakfast, and also if you're having your carbs like oatmeal, so mix it up with fat, mix it up with, so don't be afraid of fat, we need fat. And I like know that don't buy those fat-free products, they actually contain more sugar in them. You need to have fat, like healthy fat. For instance, if eat your oatmeal, have it, mix it up with the Greek yogurt, full fat Greek yogurt, and throw some berries on top. So that's going to be already a healthy breakfast that's going to lower your blood glucose spike by 35-40%, right? Your fruit juice, I mean, it's pure sugar. So like, I mean, if you have a juice, have your green juice in the morning, right? Just, from, celery and, greens and, like a vegetable. So that's what you can do. Right. So,
I
and
love,
again,
I love the part I saw, some of your things you are helping people with is also how to eat. And I am from Denmark, so we have Lego, and you call it Lego meals. It's
yes.
small bricks, because sometimes, when I went to a nutritionist, it was, okay, this and how to build it up. Sometimes
Oh,
instead of getting overwhelmed, find some tips. Some can be found on the internet, but some are not all good. So don't believe everything you see on the internet. Find reliable scientific resources and get, okay, what is actually helping, as you said, the glucose, keep it balanced. That is the key. And you help with Lego meals. I love the term.
Yeah, it's called Lego meal preparation framework. So basically, what is that is like you don't need to spend hours in the kitchen. You don't need to have any culinary skill set. So what I'm teaching you is how you can prepare, in 10 minutes, just spending 10 minutes in the kitchen. All those, anti-inflammatory. I teach cellular healing diet. So all those meals, glucose regulating meals, like in 10 minutes. Without recipes. You don't need recipes. You open your fridge and you see, what do I have, and you know exactly how to put this together. So this is this is one of the things that
Yeah, and
like
I love
actually
meal prepping. That is one of the things I do to help get through days faster. And meal prepping and knowing what to put in it so I don't get that lag in the afternoon. It's good with breaks, but the best food helps you to keep much more in balance and keep
Yes.
more energy throughout the day. So there are so many things and areas, and even sleeping. Oh, I'm get up at 5 a.m. and you can. We're not all 5 a.m. club. There are sleeping types. So there's a lot of knowledge that goes into how can I be my best throughout the day. And the other saying is about nothing tastes as good as healthy feels, because perhaps you're taking that sugar intake now, and I fully understand it tastes so good, but the effect on your body and the energy afterwards, it affects your health. So it is you who decide what you want to do and what the effect is, both on ourselves, on our families, on our children, colleagues, whatever. But I like what you're saying. It's never too late.
Yes, it's never too late. And even though, come here, I have my little ones. He just came back from school, so just say hi. You're actually on a stream where we're streaming. This is a television show, okay? So say hi to everyone.
Hi.
So yeah, so start with those little kids. Start with them and educate them. How much this, Sasha, how much you know about healthy eating? Do you know a lot of healthy eating? Yeah, so do you know that we need to eat savory breakfast and protein in the morning? So yes, this is where you start with your family. You're creating the healthy family legacy, for you and for your kids.
Yeah. And as a mom of small kids, it's never too late to start with them because habits tend to stick through whatever. We also have a saying about it's not just what you eat between New Year's and Christmas. Oh, it's the verse round. It's not what you eat between Christmas and New Year's. It's what you eat between New Year's and Christmas. It's the whole year. So
Yes.
skip, do once in a while things, but eat healthy, do healthy stuff.
And just
Oh,
focus on those small things, or just on the small things. And you have enough time, by the way, right now, as we go into the holiday season and as we go into the Christmas, actually to do so much. I mean, with just little things, but to do so much so you can actually look and feel like a celebrity by the Christmas time. And
oh,
can I tell you how?
yeah. Tell me how. What are you up
Okay,
to?
I actually have 2 minutes before, need to
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
out. But
What are you
so
doing right now?
what I'm doing. So next week on Tuesday, I am running this 21-day challenge. Okay. Yes, it's 21-day challenge. And it's called Walk More, Drink Less, meaning alcohol,
Ah,
and slim down. And just by following this strategy, I will walk you through the 21 days, and you'll have so much good stuff in it, and your meal prep system. I'll sharing with you like some recipes and mocktails for healthy hydration. Even
yeah.
if you guys don't consider yourself that you are a social drinker, you may still have 1 or 2 glasses of wine. Still, I mean, this detox will help you so much to get to reduce your cellular inflammation. So and I'll show you what is the right way of walking. So just by doing those like 3 little things, you're going to lose 5+ pounds. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have so much energy in the morning. And then, I mean, you're going to feel amazing by the holidays. So if you're up for that, so Christy, she's going to drop a link here. So click the link and join me next week. So simple. You're not overthink. You know exactly what to do every single day. I'll walk you through the process. And again, you will see who you will become.
It's about just doing it and doing
Just
small
doing it.
steps. And when
Just do
people
it.
say, I don't have the time, this is small steps that
This
you
is
will feel. It will improve
yes.
your system.
20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes a day. Give me 20 to 30 minutes a day to do this challenge. And you will see amazing transformation in the way how you look, in the way how you feel. And this will just transform your life. So join me, link here, and we start
And
next
it's
week.
next week. It starts at the 22nd of October.
We have yes, we have the welcome party on the 22nd, and we start the challenge on the 23rd. So the welcoming party is 22nd.
Yeah. And we are both busy women and people out there. If you want to read more, follow the link below and follow this channel, and let's skip to the good part, and I will show you even more solutions. So I hope you loved the energy. If you have any questions, write them in the comment. Write to us and we will get back to you. So lovely to meet you all. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me, Christy. Bye.